Today we're going to take a look at the Model 2 Sega CD. Released in 1993, about a year after the first version, the Model 2 Sega CD is more compact and loads discs on top instead of using a motorized tray. On the side of the CD bay is a pin slot, where the side of a Model 2 Sega Genesis can snap into place in order to use the system, where it fits neatly on the tray. But what about the Model 1 Sega Genesis? Can it work with this Model 2 Sega CD? Absolutely yes. It functions perfectly, attaching to the side in the same way. However, it looks a bit odd compared to the Model 2 Genesis, and the system hangs over the side of the Sega CD, unless you have a piece of plastic that originally came with the system that can be slotted underneath to make it more uniform. On back of the Sega CD, you'll find a jack for the AC adapter. The Sega CD needs its own power supply, independent from the Genesis system. Next to that is a mixing jack, which can be used with a 3.5mm audio cable to attach to the headphone jack if you're using a Model 1 Genesis, in order to provide stereo sound. Next to that are two RCA outputs, which can be used to plug the audio from the Sega CD into a hi-fi stereo unit. Taking a look inside, you'll see the optical drive, as well as where the connector slot connects to the main board. Underneath the metal shield, this battery is used to power the RAM chip that stores save game data. The Sega CD is powered by the same chip as the standard Genesis, however clocked higher at 12.5 MHz as opposed to the Genesis clock speed of 7.6 MHz. Putting everything back together, this setup can also be used along with the Sega 32X, which also matches the aesthetics of the Model 2 Genesis and the Model 2 Sega CD. When set up and running, powering on the system will bring you to this splash screen. Here you can load a game or a music CD. The Sega CD was also used by consumers as a home CD player, which is why the back of the system has stereo RCA jacks. Loading a CD brings you to this screen, where you can control playback with a variety of options, including repeat, shuffle, and A to B settings. The system can also be used with karaoke discs that supported displaying graphics. However, this disc does not have any graphics, so the screen is black. And finally, of course, primarily the system is used for playing Sega CD games, which will boot exactly as you would expect. Thanks for watching.